What's going on, everyone? So I woke up mainly because I got an alert that Theta had dipped, and then by the time I like took a shit and started doing trades, Theta had already risen. I got some sushi. Moved some things around. Mainly right now, all I have is Ethereum, Bitcoin, sushi, and Theta. I got more sushi because it went down more, Sushi Swap, and it's got a bigger all-time high than Theta. But then Theta dipped down again, and I was trying to sell my sushi to buy more Theta, but no one was buying it. Right now, I don't really give a shit. I saw that Theta spiked up to 116. What I was thinking about unstaking and trying to play some more swings with that, but then probably what's going on is everyone's trying to play the fake out game and get everyone to unstake and all that bullshit. So I'm gonna just forget I even have that shit and just play with that fun money and go from there. Yeah, I randomly woke up and posted the booty pics of not Tiffany on Instagram because I felt like it because I don't give a shit. For the same reason that she stole from a child, for the same reason she got pimped out to a bunch of losers, for the same reason that she stalked me for years and years and years. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, Korea seems very repressed, is all I can say. Look, this is the thing when it really just comes down to Tiffany's a spoiled brat, but she's an old spoiled brat. Okay? She's pulling some shit like she's in her 20s and she's not. She's 30 fucking 5 years old. So, Tiffany stole a bunch of money from a kid. That was annoying. That wasn't like, all right, foot's down, get the fuck out. No, that was just annoying. Okay? I was like, what's she up to? All right, look, she got it in her head that since Lisa from Blackpink or whoever the fuck her name is was getting pimped out by that Ronald guy, she wants to go get all flashy. And again, when I was saying that she kind of views minorities and black people like pawns, like pets, kind of like, let me get a white Pomeranian, let me get a black person to be my drummer, and now I have to collaborate as a producer. That way I can break into the industry. It's like she doesn't even view you as people, she views you as objects. You have to understand that. Okay? So, Tiffany decided that since Renaud bought Lisa the weekend without telling me I needed to buy her a wrapper. We're not playing that wrapper bullshit game at all. You gotta understand something else. I didn't chase down Tiffany for shit. Okay, I'm pretty sure Renault loser had to chase down Lisa from Blackpink, and he probably was like, "I'm a loser from a rich family. I can't fuck for shit, but I have all this money, and you can have all the money and do whatever you want. And at the end of the day, I get to smell your panties and all that bullshit because he's a loser, right? That's what most rich losers are, all right? Because, well, I've basically thrown parties with a bunch of rich fucking poser losers, and they're all creepy as fuck, and they're all obsessed with me, literally. Anyways, that's where I met Tiffany at. And she's obsessed with me too. All right. Anyways, so all Tiffany basically was like, here's someone who's like everything I'm looking for. The only thing that like she's could bitch about, well, she bitches about everything, but the only thing that she bitches about the most is that I'm stingy with my money because it's not family money. It's self-earned wealth. As a matter of fact, the funny thing is my family, I guess, like, I love them to death. I really do. But the thing is every time they're like, we're gonna teach him a lesson. We're gonna ostracize him and make him not be part of the group. That was the best thing in the world because I was like, wow, who the fuck would do that to a child? That must be some really fucked up dynamics. Then we go read a book and figure, oh shit, okay, they have all these like things from like alcohol and all that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so let me just put that. See, they're always need money, so let me just stop reading about all the alcohol books. Okay, let me read some economics books. Wow, that's cool. Supply and demand, free markets. That makes sense. That sounds a lot better than give everything to the church and pray in one hand and shit in the other one to see which one fills up faster. Okay, yeah, economics. I like that one. Okay, what's this? Hmm. Smedley Butler, what's this? War is a racket. Blah blah blah. That does make sense. Everyone in my family is kind of a soldier, and they all went to war and got really jaded, and then became like an asshole afterwards, and took it out on their kids and wife and shit like that. Yeah, maybe I won't go to war. Maybe I'll not go to war and see what that does. Anyways, um, um, but yeah. So anyways, so all my money is self-made money. I'm less likely to judge you for who you are or what you are as I am to judge you for what you do. Okay? Now, Tiffany decided to steal from a child and get pimped out to a bunch of losers because she Lisa from Blackpink or whatever the fuck. No, no. She did that. She stole a bunch of money and now she has a debt. And even after she pays that debt, I'm never going to look at her the same way again. I kind of hope she never pays that debt. That way she can stay the fuck out of my life. I don't give a fuck about K-pop. I just knew that some fat bitch I knew back in the day who was like, it's like I was pushing 300 pounds. It was pretty gross. And I was like, let's see what happens, right? And she told me about Girls' Generation, and I was like, fuck these stupid fat bitches. I'm just gonna go ahead and start working on myself because these Asian bitches are super hot. And then after like, so I really only saw Galaxy Supernova. I saw Galaxy Supernova and like the Beep Beep song with the phone, and I think Girls in Summer was like an alien, like a pop moon job, or like a whatever, right? And I was like, this bitch loves high heels because she even had like high heels like things back then. Then I remember I torrented Girls' Generation, and I found some like interview of Tiffany in California on a beach, and I was like, this girl sounds like a massive hoe the way she talks. So that's when I started looking at Crystal Jung, and I was like, that bitch is hot too, and she's also American, whatever the fuck. Anyways, so then around that time, I left the power plant and I had to like get like a job because people don't give me money for begging online and being a little girl and shit like that. So I started getting certifications and whatnot and totally forgetting about Girls' Generation, which I thought was K-pop. I thought K-pop was a Girls' Generation and Oppa Gangnam Style. Then uh what happened after that? I kind of just like figured I was like, wow, you know what? It seems like all this like K-pop shit, or it seems like fancy and expensive. It seems like needlessly expensive. So probably I just should probably start making a lot of money so I can get me an Asian girl because it seems like Asian girls are going to be expensive. Because at the time, I was like, yeah, every single time I've seen an Asian bitch, she's got like 3 kids at the minimum. I'm going to try to give this bitch like 10 kids. And then they've always got like the stroller and like the minivan and like all like the matching outfits and all that bullshit. And they're always making dumplings and shit like that. So that shit homemade dumplings probably is expensive because then you have to go to like the fancy thing and get the whole grain shit. So it's like, and then they all have a piano and shit like that. I'm like, so like pianos are expensive. So I was like, all right, so I should probably like up my game so I can start getting some Asian poon. And then I kind of started hoarding crypto around that time. And then but like at that point in time, I had already like done figured out that like Girls' Generation is probably like over in Korea doing Korea shit, and I don't want to go to Korea. So really, I just want an Asian bitch, right? I just want a hot Asian bitch, right? So Tiffany sliding into my DMs and all that bullshit and telling me well, she didn't tell me she's Stephanie. I had to figure that out. If she would have told me she's Stephanie, this would have all been avoided. But she didn't do that. She had to pretend to be some fucking creepo weirdo stalking me, and all this shit happened. And then she stole a bunch of money, and then even at this point in time, fucking just stalking me needlessly for 5, 6 years, stealing money from my niece, some of it, uh, and using it for career bullshit. Because we all know she was down for the count after Forever One and that Lambcomb bullshit. This bitch was down for the count. And I was like, all right, for career bullshit, I kind of understand. It's not that much money. All she had to do was not get pimped out to a bunch of douchey losers. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. The bare minimum. After you steal money from a child for career shit and you're asking for support, the bare minimum is to not get pimped out to a bunch of douchey losers. Whatever the fuck Vernal is okay with it because he can't get no other shit. That motherfucker has to buy everything he does. Really, seriously. The reason why I got to the way to where I am and the way I am right now is because I do shit the hard way. I do shit the hard way and it pays off. That Renault motherfucker buys shit the easy way and it's never gonna pay off. The motherfucker's got no spine. He's got a $1 billion family, but no spine. I'd rather be a self-made millionaire with my own goddamn spine. You're a fucking whore, you get a used goods piece of shit. That's why your fucking booty pics are up. Fuck you, ban the account. I don't give a shit. You're a piece of trash.